One fateful day in the spring of 2008, I got a call in the evening from my agent who said, I'm sending around a script for you to look at. It's the Temple Grandin project from HBO. I read the script in one go and I closed the final page and said to my wife, this is the most amazing story.
I'm Temple Grandin.
She's an amazing visual thinker.
Can you bring everything you've seen to your mind?
Sure. Can't you?
Temple was born in the 60s when autism was really misunderstood.
No speech yet at the age of
4.
Your child is clearly autistic.
What's the next step for her?
We generally recommend an institution.
Her mother keeps pushing her somewhat to meet those challenges and to go out into the world in order that she will function as best that she can.
Temple was very, very fortunate to have found a number of wonderful, inspired mentors.
She goes to see her aunt and uncle on a farm where they raise cattle. That's where she learns that she actually empathizes with animals.
As she became more self-aware, she realized that she had certain strengths that she could really exploit. And she found a way to self-medicate and experience positive, kind feelings.
You have a very special mind that's going to open up onto a whole new world for you.
They have colleges with cows?
Yes, they do. She's an exceptional person because she has the ability to explain to us what's going on in her mind.
Her mind works in a really surprising, wonderful way.
I'm a visual thinker. I think totally in pictures. My mind works like Google Images.
Mick is actually a very visual thinker too, and had a lot of creative ideas about how to communicate what that is like for Temple.
There are things in her mind that are very, very literal, like when someone says to her, Temple, this is a miracle. She suddenly has a flash of Christ walking on the water. It's only a moment, but we see it the way she sees it. Claire Danes, God bless her, really captured that quality.
I was so privileged to have a chance to work with so many brilliant actors.
Seeing myself in high school, I go, oh, man, Claire Danes, she's me. I can't believe it.
What's going on here?
They killed them because of their stupidity.
She ended up working in the cattle industry, creating systems for cattle to move calmly. Temple realized there was a more humane way to encourage cattle.
One of the great things about making this movie was that we worked from her plans and we reconstructed one of her great achievements.
It was surreal seeing the dip vat that I designed recreated here, absolutely perfect.
The cattle that we used are trained cattle, and it will look very intense on film. However, when the viewers look very closely, they'll notice most of the commotion was just man-made. They have 2 stuffy cows, as we call them in the film business, and animatronic cow. These animals are used in place of a live, real cow to depict some of the action.
One of the things when Temple got interested in animals was to try and see how a cow would see. In that way, she was able to think herself into the mind of a cow, which sees the world very visually. And she saw that you could make something that would fool a cow walking down a ramp with slats on it. So the cow walked peacefully and then found itself stepping off into the water. She knew that cows liked to walk in curved corners because they thought they were going back somewhere they'd been before. It was amazing that she could have visualized that whole thing.
See, the thing is, the normal mind drops out the details, but the autism mind sees all the details. And that's more like the animal mind, because animals are sensory thinkers. They think in pictures, they think in smells, they think in sounds.
I know my system will work because I've been through it 1,000 times in my head.
Her ethos was, I love animals so much. I want every moment of their lives will be calm. And what we've done in the movie is convey how she was able to see that in her head before she constructed it.
I think the main theme of the film is to follow your gut instinct. There is a tremendous lesson learned out of Temple's journey that we can help unlock a door for somebody who appears very locked in.
Nobody had said, this is how it feels. Temple Grandin was the first person to actually describe what it was like to be autistic.
Ultimately, she not only changed the face of the livestock industry, she really changed the face of autism.
She's a real authority, and she's written many books on autism and animal behavior, and she's a real success by anyone's standards.
This is unbelievable. You couldn't write this as fiction. Nobody would believe this is possible.
My husband read about you.
Miss Grandin, this is a masterpiece.